Okay, in the previous video, I will tell you the how to measure what is the procedure for the measurement of the minor diameter. There we are using a floating carriage micrometer. Okay, in this video, I will tell you the what are the major diameter of the measuring this one. How the major diameter of the screw thread can be measured. So it can be measured by using a two micrometer. One is ordinary micrometer and another one is bench micrometer. So it can be the measurement can be done by using what, both ordinary micrometer and the bench micrometer. So in the ordinary micrometer, in some application the ordinary thing, but a hand micrometer, hand or else hand micrometer it is suitable for measurement of a major diameter of a screw thread. So in some application, but in some situation extreme care should be taken. Extreme care is necessary to ensure that the only light pressure is applied, because the anvil of the micrometer may contact only at the point of the screw. So because of that, so extreme care should be taken. So and excessive pressure may result to elastic deformation and correction due to the elastic compression need to be applied. So because of that it is not possible to get a obtain result using the ordinary micrometer. So based on that, to maintain excessive pressure may lead to the elastic deformation, as I told in the ordinary micrometer. In some extreme cases, the annulus of the micrometer may contact at some point of the screw. It will leads to what, if the pressure should be applied more, then you won't get the correct result. So light pressure is applied, so that care should be taken in the ordinary micrometer. But this is also one type. In another type, in bench micrometer, it is not that much complicated, not that much you won't get that much limitations as we are obtained in the ordinary micrometer. So in the bench micrometer, it is commonly used and accurate. It is accurate instrument for measurement of the major diameter. So okay, in this regard, the instrument was designed by what, NPL, as we are already discussed in the previous this one. While talking about the limits and tolerance, there we are using a National Physical Laboratory, where I already told you regarding this NPL. So this NPL has designed the bench micrometer and instrument to eliminate some following limitations. What are the limitations is pitch error in threads of micrometer, and difference in measuring pressure, difference in the measuring pressure. To eliminate these two limitations, so NPL has designed, instrument was designed that instrument we can call it as what, bench micrometer. So now I will show the what is the how it will be bench micrometer. So this is the micrometer head. So this is what the anvils. And these two are the support. And this is the fiducial indicator. This is what the fiducial indicator. So this is the commonly used bench micrometer for the measurement of the major diameter. In case of bench micrometer, so the fixed anvil is replaced by in the fixed anvil is replaced by the fiducial indicator, which indicates the pressure being applied. So in place of fixed support, we are using a fiducial indicator. In place of fixed anvil, we are using a fiducial indicator. So with this indicator, all the measurements can be made at a known constant pressure. It can be done with a known constant pressure. That is very important. At a known constant pressure, it can be done. So for a given reading, the micrometer thread is used over a short length of travel, and any pitch error is virtually eliminated. So for the given reading, the micrometer thread is used over the short length of the travel. We have to make some short length of travel, and any pitch error is virtually eliminated by using this one. So the micrometer head of the instrument has a vernier scale, as you are seeing here, as a vernier scale with an accuracy of 0.002 mm. So this is the accuracy of the micrometer head in the bench micrometer. While measuring the major diameter with the bench micrometer, the micrometer is used as a comparator to avoid any pitch error or zero error. So the purpose of using micrometer in bench micrometer when measuring the major diameter means with the bench micrometer is to avoid it is used as a comparator, which is used to avoid the pitch error and a zero error and etc. So to eliminate some errors, it is used as a comparators. So during the measurement, initially the calibrated setting cylinder, again in the previous video, I told you the measure while explaining the measurement of minor diameter, I have taken some standard cylinder, and the standard cylinder can be replaced with a screw thread. Same here also, the concept is same. So during the measurement, initially the calibrated setting cylinder of the approximately same diameter as the major diameter is held between the micrometer anvil, and reading is taken. Now the cylinder is replaced by the threaded with a workpiece. Just I will show you by writing the figure. So this is what the micrometer anvil. So I am placing here setting gauge or a cylinder. Again the same cylinder is replaced with respect to the screw thread. So this is the screw thread. So this is what the micrometer anvil. These are the micrometer anvil. So the difference between these two reading has to be taken, two readings, and then the size difference between the cylinder and the thread at that position has to be measured. If the difference is added to the diameter of the setting cylinder, then we will get the major diameter of the thread. So how by using the formula, that is we are using here D is the calibrated diameter of the setting cylinder, and small r1 here we are using a micrometer of the setting cylinder here for the related to setting cylinder, and r2 will be the micrometer reading over the thread. So finally the major diameter formula is capital D plus or minus r2 minus r1, and here plus or minus we are using here in place the positive, where we are using the positive sign means the positive or negative sign to be used is decided by whether the standard is larger or smaller than the measured major diameter. So based on that we are using a positive or negative, this one, whether the standard is larger or smaller. This is very important. Is standard measure are larger than the major diameter. So based on this one we are using either positive or negative. So the measurement should be replaced at 3 position along the measurement at 3 position along the threads to determine the amount of taper which may be present. Similarly at 3 angular position to detect the ovality, same like that of the minor diameter. So this is regarding the measurement of the major diameter. In the next video I will tell you how the measurement of the effective or pitch diameter going to take place by using the different methods. And micrometer method is there, 1 wire, 2 wire, 3 wire methods is there, and derivation is there. This is very important derivations for the examination. So this is the measurement of the effective or pitch diameter. In the next video I will explain all regarding this. So this is the video regarding about the measurement of the major diameter. Only the where capital R2 and capital R1 regarding using in the minor diameter, here we are using R2 and R1 with respect to plus or minus. Okay. So in the previous one we are using in the minor diameter, again we are using a capital T plus or minus of R2 minus R1. Here also to determine the volatility and taper, or here also we are using to determine the volatility and taper, we are taking the measurement should be repeated at the 3 position. That is very important. So this is regarding the measurement of the major diameter. Okay, thank you.